It was a 3-2 defeat today. What are your thoughts on today's performance?
First of all, I'd like to thank Hack and Terry and Dulwich for coming down and making this fixture for us. It was important. We had a tough fixture at the end. And it couldn't have got no tougher, I don't think, with the experience and squad that they've got to put a real test against us. And overall, I'm very, very pleased with how we adapted to it and our intensity. Again, I've always said results are important. You don't like to lose games, but the performance I saw out there today from minute one till the end, I was very, very pleased. And if we can take it to our league games and our cup games, we won't be too far away.
So there was definitely an intensity in today's performance, which was something that you thought was possibly lacking in the last one. Is that something that you worked on in training, something that you discussed with the team?
No, you work on different stuff in training, but you can't give players intensity. They have to have that themselves when they go out on the pitch. You can put them in a structure, you can get a system of way you want to play. I thought we played very well in stages today, some really good football, scored a very good second goal. Disappointed with a couple of the goals, but you've got to bear in mind we didn't have no centre-halves out there today. Not one centre-half played for us today. I had Sonny and Julian, two centre midfielders playing at the end. Jensen, who's a centre midfielder, played in there at the start. Tom Chambers, who's a left-back, played in there. And like I say, when you get bombarded or when you get deliveries at quality they've got and the height and power they've got, you've got to react to the second ball. And I think the second goal we didn't. But going back to your question about intensity, that's down to the players. I can't install that. You talk about heart, you talk about desire, all the cliches you want. Players have got to have that within themselves. It's nothing we can give them. And they end up playing in the team if they've got bundles of that. And like I say, today it's going to be a difficult decision for me next week to pick a starting 11 because I thought everyone today was really good.
So what is the message going into the first game of the season?
Message to the players is that they've got to be on point and on song with what we want, and that goes from the work rate that they had today. Message to the fans that we're going to give the best we can in every game that we play, and if they see anything like that today, we'll win more games than we lose. I've got to have mentioned, unfortunate that Dexter is beating himself up a bit, but it's just one of those things. He's come on, not really got into the speed of the game, got nicked on the ball, but he'll learn from it, and that's the whole point of pre-season. These youngsters playing as well, learning. You know, Kyrell we had, I thought he was outstanding, and it's another player that I've got to have a chat to and see where he's at. I thought Denzel was superb when he come on. I thought Michael was outstanding. Midfield, Haas jumped on second balls and kept the game ticking. Freddie held the ball up. I just felt in general, all over. There's probably players I haven't mentioned, but all over it. Every player that played in that game today were 7 or 8 out of 10 minimum, and you need that to win games of football. So players need to know that, and players need to buy into that. And like I say, we know they can play football, but they've got to have that hunger and desire and intensity in every game they play to get results.
You mentioned about not having any centre-backs. Is that a worry going into the last game?
No, precaution. So, like I say, Jensen come off. It was just like a slight twinge on his hamstring. He can play there. Teddy trained on Thursday, so another week's training. Next week may be a little bit too soon for him after his ankle, but we'll wait and see. Sam can work magic. Arthur, shoulder was hurting, precautionary. If he played today and pulled something, he might not have been available for next week. So we're looking at just making sure that we minimise any injuries that can foresee us, because I want a full squad to choose from. We've got one missing because they're away, which was already done. Koscielny's still not quite ready. So from the 18, we're now looking at 16. So we want to make sure we've got 16 ready that can be called upon as and when, if they're not starting 11, to come on. And like I say, the players that came on today made a massive difference as well. And that's what you need. You need a squad. You can't win anything with 11 or 12 players. So people are going to be unhappy next week because everyone wants to play. But myself and the staff can only pick 11 players. And we don't do it intentionally. We do it to what we feel is going to win the game, and everyone will get their chances through the season, and it's just whether they can bide their time to get their chances, and we will stay patient with them. It's whether they can stay patient with us. And like I say, we've got a good squad together, and today was very, very impressive in what we wanted them to do, and it's the first time this pre-season they've actually done it for a full 90 minutes, which I'm pleased for.